Hi guys. I know it's been quite a while since my last video. I do apologize. Things happened. Life happened. Like I've said in previous videos, I am a working mom. I'm also a wife, and I have home priorities that I do take care of. So obviously YouTube is just a hobby of mine. It's not something that I do on a regular basis. I don't think I will ever pick up YouTube as a regular source of income. I honestly do not see how other channels do it. Does that mean that I'm gonna, completely cut YouTube out of my life altogether as far as watching videos and subscribing to channels? Absolutely not. A lot of times I find enjoyment in different types of videos, mainly cleaning motivation. In fact, that's what I've been watching for the past couple of weeks is different cleaning motivational videos, and it's actually helped me to kind of get mine and my husband's bedroom back in order. It seems like ever since my husband's dad passed away right before Christmas and my husband's birthday, ironically, literally, my father in law passed away a week before my husband's birthday. And my husband's birthday falls 12 days before Christmas. So, with that being said, not only did posting YouTube videos fall by the wayside, but cleaning fell by the wayside, and that's not normally who I am. So I've been picking up the slack and getting basically life back in order, along with working. I've said in previous videos that I was working for Walmart. I am no longer working for Walmart. I am now a healthcare employee. I am a professional caregiver, so I go into nursing homes and assisted living facilities around my state, and I help care for developmentally disabled adults and elderly individuals who are not able to care for themselves. Period. End of story on that. I know, crazy times right now with the COVID-19 slash coronavirus that's going around. I haven't been at work for 2 weeks because I have self quarantined due to the fact that I was exposed to it at work. So, for the safety of my health and my other residents' health, I made the decision to self quarantine. Everything is all good. I have not developed any symptoms, nothing of the sort. I don't feel ill. Honestly, I feel bored out of my mind, as you can obviously tell. But I get to go back to work next Monday. So, with that being said, those of you out there who are in the healthcare field, huge thank you from the deepest depths of my being for everything that you guys are doing to help stop the spread of this nasty virus and keep it all contained, or try to keep it as contained as possible and care for the patients as they become diagnosed. I know that it can take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to develop symptoms, and that even if you test negative for COVID-19 slash coronavirus, you can still develop symptoms and then later test positive for it. So there is always that risk. I knew when I jumped back into the healthcare field with this going on that there was going to be the risk of not only contracting it, but also being exposed to individuals who had contracted it. And that, in my case, is what happened. So, with that being said, thank you to all of our doctors, our nurses, our respiratory therapists, our caregivers. Let's not forget the caregivers. Just because we are not on the front line as far as being ones to actively poke and prod and test and hook things up. That does not mean that caregivers are excluded from the category of essential workers. No, we are very much needed. We are very much out there and actively working in the field. Healthcare field, guys, it's not just your doctors and your nurses and your therapists. It's anything and everything that you would have to go to school to obtain a medical degree or some type of professional training in. In my particular profession, I'm not only helping individuals with their ADLs or activities of daily living. So that includes things like getting up in the morning at a regular time, getting dressed, taking a shower, brushing their teeth, feeding assistance. I am also responsible for administering daily medications and PRNs. For those of you that do not know what a PRN is, a PRN is acetaminophen, ibuprofen, NSAIDs, basically anything over the counter or that you would take on an as needed basis. That is what a PRN is. Totally different category as far as a little bit different than something that is prescribed like an antidepressant or a seizure medication. However, for those that are in facilities such as hospitals, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, everything is prescribed by a physician or a clinician and is then labeled as either scheduled daily or PRN. So, with that being said, the reason for me hopping on here, I discovered something that I didn't like tonight. As I've said in previous videos, my daughter has a YouTube channel. I know my daughter has a YouTube channel, and I vet all of her videos that she posts, with the exception of this last one. I did not know that she had posted a video today. She usually comes down and we watch what she has recorded before she posts it. I didn't know she posted a video today. I had the plumber here, or not the plumber per se, but our landlord came today because we're having plumbing issues with our shower leaking into our basement. The basement that is ironically also mine and my husband's bedroom. So she, while the landlord was here, was in her bedroom upstairs recording this video, and in the video she verbally beat herself up for not being good. She's 9, so that's why I said good at drawing. Mind you, yes, we're all going a little stir crazy. She's been homeschooling now for 2 weeks, even though she's been out of school for almost 4, because the week before the mandatory shutdown of our school system, that was her spring break. So this week is the technical second week of no school for our district, and she's been doing distance learning. So she's getting a little stir crazy. Everybody's going a little stir crazy. I'm doing everything and anything that I can possibly think of to keep going stir crazy. Anything from going on these cleaning benders where I'm just constantly cleaning. Excuse me, I just rubbed my nose on camera. How attractive. Sorry, y'all, real life. Cleaning benders to at night I'll sit and I will binge shows or movies on one of our streaming services. We have that we pay for. Obviously, we don't pay for YouTube, so I can pick and choose what channels I want to watch on YouTube, or I can go to Netflix and I can watch Netflix movies and shows. Or I can go to Hulu and I can stream material from there. I think currently on Hulu, I'm working my way through a couple of different things. I try to keep up with Grey's Anatomy and General Hospital, but I've also been binge watching House Hunters International just so I can feel like I'm traveling. I know, funny. But then there's also Disney Plus just came out. Thank God for Disney Plus, because it is like a total reliving of my childhood and all of the movies that I enjoyed watching when I was a kid. And I now get to share these with my daughter. So I've been working my way through their Disney Through the Decades section. I'm currently in I believe it's the 1950s. Don't quote me on that. So I've been watching like Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, 101 Dalmatians, Cinderella, things like that. Last night, my husband and I watched, it was like a nature documentary thing. Yellowstone Cubs is what it was called. And then we're also like, we'll flip back and forth between my profile and my husband's profile. On my husband's profile, we are working our way through The Simpsons, which is hilarious because it's not something that I'll allow my daughter to watch. I'll let her watch Family Guy, but I won't let her watch The Simpsons. Crazy. So, again, guys, if your children are struggling with being cooped up and having to socially distance themselves from friends and family, and when I say friends and family, I mean friends and family. She has not seen her cousins in weeks. I have not been to work in 2 weeks. I will hopefully be going back to work on Monday. I texted my boss today. I told her everything was all good. I could go back to work Monday, so I'm just waiting for her to text me my schedule. My husband, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. I'm telling y'all right now is like the best time to be a delivery driver, because this is your hot ticket area and time. My husband has been doing everything from Shipt, which is like just your basic shopping, and going and delivering groceries to people who can't get out and get them themselves, or who choose not to go out and get them themselves at this time. Personally, I don't blame them. He's also been doing DoorDash. As far as doing ride shares or anything like that, no, we do not do the ride share services, because first of all, our vehicle is too old of a model to qualify for a ride share service. Side note, tax returns came in, and my husband and I were finally able to buy ourselves a new to us vehicle, which is good because we have been without our own vehicle for just under a year. Like, literally, guys, my husband's car broke down after my husband dropped me off at work one day I want to say last May, and here it is. We've had the car since late March. So late March, car broke down in May of 2019, and here it is March of 2020, and we finally have a vehicle of our own. Thank the good Lord. So, but it's not a vehicle that is the model year old enough to do Uber or Lyft. However, he can do Shipt or DoorDash or Uber Eats, anything where he's delivering products to somebody, he can do that. Just a really quick thing, guys, before I hop off here, because I've also been kind of under the weather, not with this COVID-19 slash coronavirus. I was actually, my husband, daughter, and myself all came down with some nasty respiratory bug, and I had an ear infection that took 2 rounds of antibiotics to clear. So literally my left ear was so clogged that it took 2 rounds of antibiotics to clear the infection. It sounded like I was in a wind tunnel. I couldn't even stand the sound of my own voice. So I did as little talking as possible. I relied heavily on texting and messenger to get my point across. Even with my own family, like I'd sit there sitting across from them in the same room, and I would like be like texting them, I need this, can you get me this please? Or and I literally had a fever for 2 days straight. I'll never forget the morning that I woke up drenched in sweat. Like my nightshirt, guys, was sticking to me. I was drenched in sweat. I was that sick. So I literally, and thank God, I was scheduled off for like 3 days because that is how long it took before the antibiotics finally were in my system enough to start making me feel like, okay, I'm not as congested. Granted, I still can't really hear, but I'm not as congested. Now, today, I'm fine. Peachy keen, jelly bean. 2 rounds of antibiotics, my ears are all good. Don't sound like I'm in a wind tunnel anymore. Everything is all good. Guys, if it looks like I'm staring off into space, I'm not doing it intentionally. I do have epilepsy, so those might be small, petite seizures popping through. I can't control when they happen. They just happen sporadically. I apologize. I do look tired. If for those that are going to comment and say I'm tired, I am. It's not that I am doing anything physically strenuous to be tired. It is that I haven't been able to do anything. And so my body is trying to combat boredom. Literal boredom. You name some, I mean, I've cleaned, I've been cross stitching, I've been helping my daughter with her homeschooling, I've been reading, I've been watching movies, watching TV. At one point, I believe it was the other day, I was streaming karaoke videos and doing some karaoke. Realized at that point my voice is not where it needs to be to do karaoke right now. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer on that, which sucks because I love to sing, but we'll get there eventually. It's just gonna take some time. But yeah, other than that, it's just trying to find ways to combat boredom during this social isolation, social distancing, quarantine thing. So far, we don't have any word as to when our state is going to open back up. Pretty much everything is closed down in our state except for what they consider essential workers. So, truck drivers, and when I say truck drivers, I don't mean your Ford F-150 maroon burgundy 4-door cab pickup truck. I'm talking big rig, hauling supplies and products to the stores because people are buying out shelves of toilet paper and Clorox wipes and Lysol spray. And I'm pointing these specific products out because my mother-in-law went to the store the other day because we needed some cleaning supplies. We, like the rest of the world, we are trying to, keep our house as clean and as disinfected as possible. So she went to the store to get some more bleach and some more, sorry y'all, I had something in my eye, like Lysol, generic Lysol. As long as it is gonna work to clean, we'll use it. I've actually been mopping my basement floor with a combination of bleach and the Lysol. And she said when she went to the store to get what we needed, and mind you, we have not been panic buying. And we are a family of, let's see, there's myself, my husband, my daughter, so that's three, my mother-in-law, and my brother-in-law, that's five. So we're a family of five, plus we have mine, my husband, and my daughter's cat. We have one cat. So technically it's a family of six, but only five have two legs. So we have not needed to panic buy, although it kind of seems and it feels like maybe we should, just so that we have it when we need it. I'll tell you what, guys, what really gets me is when I see people, my friends on Facebook, who are mothers of young children. And when I say young children, I'm talking babies, like less than a year old babies, okay? My cousin in law, so my husband's cousin, posted to Facebook that she could not find diaper wipes for her son anywhere. She had looked and she could not find anything for him. So my husband, when he was at the store one day, and he was just picking up general, like I think we needed a gallon of milk and some eggs that day. So he was just picking up some general, food for us. And he came home and he brought home this 30 pack or 36 pack of Pampers brand diaper wipes. And he said it was the last one that they had on the shelves. I'm sorry, you guys, but unless you are in a position to where you have elderly family members at home that you're helping to care for, or you have young children who are potty training or are in diapers, there should be no reason why you're panic buying all the diaper wipes and the baby supplies and the formula. And I know why all the formula is going, because formula will last longer than milk and you can make it in like big batches. Stop that shit. I'm telling y'all right now, stop that shit. If you don't have a baby or somebody who's nutritionally dependent on formula, don't be buying it. Okay? Save it for the mothers who need it for their children. Well, guys, that's going to be about it. Everybody here is all good. Nobody's contracted anything. No fevers, no coughs, no shortness of breath, nothing. So I'm going to hop off here. I will try to hop on tomorrow and record something. I'm not sure what yet, but I will try. Okay? Bye, guys.